Hello beans. As you can tell, I'm outside and I can't see anything because it's so bright, but I didn't want to record this in my office because there are people there and it's a beautiful day out. So this is what it looks like in the area just outside my office, and people are going to look at me funny because I'm talking to my phone in a way that's clearly obviously not how you're supposed to talk to your phone. But I wanted to respond to, I wrote notes and then I left them in my office because I'm a jerk. But I wanted to respond to your question because it's a good question, I think. You asked me if you have to be a gamer in order to talk about video games. And I actually already sort of talked about this on my other vlog, so I will post a link in the description because I think it's pretty effectively articulates how I feel about the whole how many games do you have to play and blah blah blah, which is that it's great if you've played all of the most awesome games and you've been playing since you were a kid and your entire life is games, but there's certainly something to add to a discussion if you haven't done all of that, right? If you don't have that sort of innate knowledge of how video games work, then perhaps you can see something that other people miss because you are looking for it and they're not, right? Or you're not looking for something that they are and you see something else instead. So there's, I don't think you have to be like a constant gamer in order to be able to talk about games, but I think that you certainly have to be playing games in order to talk about them. You can't just watch a trailer for BioShock Infinite and then talk about how it works as a game. You could talk about how the way they present the game, it works or doesn't work or whatever. You can analyze it as a trailer, you can analyze the rhetorics of that, but you certainly can't talk about how the game works because you haven't played the game. But I wanted to sort of address your use of the word gamer because I don't really like it. I'm not sure actually that I would call myself a gamer. I certainly play video games. I love to play video games. I love to talk about them and I love to think about them, and I play certain games a lot. But the word gamer has these kinds of Reddit-y connotations that I'm not a fan of. I think that women especially have been excluded from that term for so long that honestly I don't really want it for myself. And in fact, I think if you over-identify with the term gamer, you may in fact be, I don't mean you specifically here, I mean a general you, a person who over-identifies as a gamer may simply be signaling their inability to think about games critically. Just like someone who over-identifies as a Whovian, a fan of Doctor Who, probably can't critically think about the show as well as someone who likes the show but perhaps isn't fanatical about it. I guess if you admit that bias, if you admit that lack of objectivity, you're probably fine. But I'm not sure that works for me in terms of gaming, because gaming culture is so sort of full of problems, racism, sexism, homophobia, all the awful things that exist in the world are kind of condensed in gaming culture. And so I feel like actually living that culture uncritically may actually be dangerous to your ability to talk about it. So that's what I have to say. It's a weird vlog because I'm outside and it's sort of uncomfortable because it's weird. But I hope that I made sense. I don't know if I made sense. I can't see myself, so I don't know if I looked ridiculous. I know that my hair has blowing everywhere and you've seen my enormous forehead, but whatever. I'm going to Toronto this weekend and I'm excited but nervous because I have a ton of work that I have to do and I have to do it regardless of where I am. But at least the weather's beautiful. Look how gorgeous it is outside. Oh my god, what a beautiful day. I'm just going to sit here for another 2 minutes because my office hours don't start. But I think I'll stop recording now. As always, I don't have a question for you because I'm not as good at this as you are, but I will come up with something. Well, I mean, I guess I could ask you if you agree with my decision to forsake the term gamer. Right? It's one of those big words, and I don't like it because I don't like all of the things that go along with whether or not you're allowed to be included in the term gamer. You know, so what do you think about that? I don't know. I don't know if this made sense. This was ridiculous. A lot of people walked by me and I felt very uncomfortable. So I think you should give me points for that. Yeah. See you later, Beans.